What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 66, and we start today's episode off with Romania coming to us and saying, will you manage our nation? And we say no. We seem like we're going to go through every single nation in the world before we get Spain. Honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're into our fourth season of Racing Santander, and yes, the job we've done has been absolutely remarkable, no one's going to deny that, but obviously, to get those massive nations, typically you do need to be managing a side in the Champions League, and maybe you've already won a couple of really important trophies in your career, but it does take you a few seasons anyway. But even so, every now and then it does actually happen quite quickly in career mode. A big nation will come in for you early on, but unfortunately for us, Spain yet to come in for us, and there's no signs that they'll be coming in for us anytime soon. Hopefully, obviously, that does change, because clearly part of the series is that we do need to manage Spain at some point, but even so, I think we're still going to be waiting for a while before Spain do come in for us. We'll have to wait and see. Still, we take on Deportivo El Sardinero for the first game in today's episode here, and the first chance fell early on, but the shot was saved. And in the 33rd minute, Rubinho's on the ball for us here, takes it around his man and shoots, but the goalkeeper makes a fantastic save and turns it behind for a corner. So still 0-0. And in the 40th minute here we come through again. Christian Porto on the ball and spreading out wide towards Keiko. Keiko first time crosses the ball in. Rubinho going for a little bit of a cheeky little back heel there. Unfortunately, it does go just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So what a lovely goal it would have been. Rubinho would have been proud of that. But Rubinho going close there with a shot going wide and behind for a goal kick. However, in the 45th minute, Deportivo would take a bit of a surprise lead, because Deportivo are currently sitting bottom. Sorry, not bottom, in 18th place even. They've only just leapt off bottom place in the table, and they do actually go ahead and take the lead for the first time in this game. And we'd had all the chances in the first half, but we just weren't taking them. And in the 45th minute, Deportivo crossed the ball in, and in the centre, Dani Iglesias turns it in and makes it 1-0. So terrible way to end the first half after so many chances. To go behind was terrible. However, 9 minutes into the restart in the second half here, Tunkara would make it 1-1 and equalise for us. He came off the bench at half time, and as Bellerin crossed the ball in there, or was it Diaz Miguel starting this game? Can't remember now. But still, after the cross was played into the box, Tunkara won the header. And just turns the ball past the goalkeeper and makes it 1-1. And that was how the game would finish. So a 1-1 draw. Pretty disappointing to draw that game, to be honest, on the back of a couple of wins in quick succession. But with Deportivo in 19th place, and they've only just recently lifted themselves off the foot of the table, I really did expect us to win that game, especially as we were at home as well. But even so, we'll take the draw. The unbeaten starts of the season are still continuing, and we'll keep on going with it. And we take on Getafe for the second and final game of today's episode here away from home. And Getafe are now sitting in 18th place, so taking on two sides in the relegation zone in today's episode. You'd expect back-to-back wins, really. Well, we failed at the first hurdle with that and drew the game against Deportivo. So coming into this game, quite frankly, the message was simple: return to winning ways and do it now, because we should have beaten Deportivo. We didn't. So coming into this game against Getafe, we do have to win and return to winning ways. And instead, 17 minutes in, we conceded the first goal of the game. And it wasn't like a spectacular goal, a really good finish, or something I just couldn't do anything about, or some absolute, just unfortunate luck going against us, really. It was just my fault for poor defending again. And as the cross comes in, it's a free kick from the halfway line. They just launched the ball into the centre, and as I go and head the ball away, I don't put anywhere near enough power on it. The tap of the circle button was so light, and it's no real surprise it falls right to a Getafe player who plays the through ball in, and the finish goes past Ruben Blanco in a flash, who maybe could have done a little bit better there, in all honesty. And unfortunately for us, we conceded the first goal of the game. So really poor, but only one person to blame, and that's me. But already from kickoff, we tried to get ourselves back on level terms. Oliver Torres runs through here, gave the ball away but wins it back. Then a quick little roulette past his man, then a Berber spin to get inside, then finally a heel-to-heel flick, and the shot is taken, and it goes just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So what a lovely solo goal that would have been, but it was still 1-0. However, in the 35th minute, Grimaldo's down the left-hand side for us, and our left-back picks out Rodriguez. And as Jesse Rodriguez does take on Martin here, he plays it inside towards the left-back Grimaldo. Grimaldo plays it inside towards Oliver Torres. Torres takes it round his man there with a simple fake shot, then a step over, then a heel-to-heel flick, and this time Torres does score and puts it into the back of the net. So Getafe 1, Racing Santander 1. Torres pulls out the moonwalk there, and we do indeed equalise. So he could have scored a lovely solo goal before that, directly from kickoff after we conceded, but instead he scores a nice one here. Not as good really, but even so, a couple of nice skill moves and a really good finish. So Getafe 1, Racing Santander 1, Torres puts us back on level terms, and in the 40th minute he gives the ball to Perez here, who goes through one-on-one, and he's had a great start to his Racing Santander career, and I really expected him to finish that one. Maybe I pressed the R1 and circle a little bit too quickly, and that's why he couldn't hit the target, but even so, my mistake regardless, and it was still 1-1 in this game. And on the stroke of half time, Ronnie Ariaguza standing over a free kick 22 yards out. He gets it up and over the wall, but not underneath the crossbar, and it's still 1-1, so didn't really have the range there to go for an up and under, even though I tried it, and it did go just over the bar. So still 1-1, and 2 minutes after the restart, Diaz Miguel goes down the right hand side and finds Oliver Torres, and Torres cuts inside and finds Ronnie Ariaguza. Quick little through ball into Iosa Perez, who takes it around another Perez, beats him, and what a lovely finish that was. So he may have missed a good chance in the first half, but that was a superb goal by Perez, and I've said before, I'm really liking this guy. He seems like a great striker for those off the ball runs, as Aguza picked him out there and then celebrates with him, and you know, he seems like a great natural finisher as well. As you can see as well, the finish was really nice. I didn't see it on the first time, maybe you guys didn't even, but it was actually an outside of the foot shot there into the bottom corner, curled it past the goalkeeper and poked it in, and made it 2-1 to a lovely goal by Perez, and we do indeed take the lead in this game. So 2-1. In the 81st minute, Getafe went close there, but their shot hit the post, and in the 84th minute they go down the right hand side with Martin, who crosses the ball into the centre, and you can see here the header goes just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 2-1 to Racing Santander in this game, but Getafe getting closer, looking quite threatening, seeing if they could grab themselves an equalising goal and make sure we don't, we draw 2 games in a row. From the goal kick, we kick the ball out quickly, and eventually it comes to Ronnie Ariaguza. Aguza then spreads it out wide towards Jesse Rodriguez, lovely through ball in towards Sergio Buenacasa off the bench, and he ends up winning a penalty as well. And it was another one of those where, if you watch my career mode series and you saw in the Coupe Nationale final, I think it was last week when I uploaded that episode, you saw us get given a dodgy penalty for a shirt pull into the box when the goalkeeper was about to pick the ball up, and that's exactly what happened here as well. I don't really think that's a penalty in my opinion, because the goalkeeper's already got possession of the ball, and the shirt pull, yes, it's quite ferocious, but it started from outside the area as well. I think it was only just inside the area, thinking about it, when he went down, and I don't know, like, you can see why the referee gave the penalty, don't get me wrong, but even so, I think it was pretty harsh on Getafe there. But regardless, what I did in the Coupe Nationale final was chip the ball down the middle, and if the goalkeeper saved it, fair enough. If he didn't, he didn't, and that's exactly what we did here. And just like in the Coupe Nationale final, the goal is scored as well. So Aguza just chips the penalty in. I thought, you know, it probably is a penalty in all fairness, but it's a debatable one, let's just say that. So even so, we chip it down the middle, see if the goalkeeper will stand still. He doesn't, so we make it Getafe 1, Racing Santander 3, and the 3 points are going to be ours. So a deserved win there. You know, we shouldn't have drew against Deportivo. That was a slip up, there's no doubt about that. But to return with a good solid win away at Getafe, exactly what we wanted. And you know, don't forget, this year we do want to finish in the top 4. Yes, it's going to be extremely hard, but we need to win those games against those, you know, let's just be honest here, not the best teams in the league. We need to win those games, not just draw them. So great to return to winning ways, and we are still unbeaten to start the season off. And after that, Malaga came to us and said, we like what you're doing at Racing Santander, want to come to our club and help us out? And we said no, because it's always nice to see a club come in and offer you a job, because it rarely ever happens in career mode. But in this career mode, it's pointless. If any club came into us, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, City, whoever else, we'd say no, because obviously in this series, and you know, there are some of you that are new to this series, so if you're not sure how the series works, I'll quickly do a brief description again. You know, in this series, it's a road to glory career mode with the same club. We want to turn them from rags to riches, essentially, and we're only signing Spanish players. So yeah, of course, if we wanted to, we could go to Malaga and just do club and country there, go to another club and do it there, and just sign Spanish players for them. But it's like, the whole point of this series is not that it's just signing homegrown players and players to come from the same country as the club. It's also a road to glory. It's also a road to glory series as well. So any club that comes in, we're just going to say no. So even so, it's nice to get the offers, don't get me wrong, because it rarely ever happens in career mode. You rarely ever see job offers for you, at least from clubs. But even so, we say no, obviously, and we're staying here. That's the second time this series. First Tenerife, now Malaga, but of course the answer stays the same, and that is no. And following that, we have a youth squad monthly report and also a squad report as well, so you can see how the players are currently doing. I have to say, I cannot wait to promote that defensive midfielder there, Young Han Alusi, I think is how you pronounce his name. Probably not, is it? But even so, can't wait to promote him. He looks fantastic, and the squad is looking really good as well. Buena Casa probably going to be leaving in January, but even so, it's been a fantastic start to the season. Everything is coming together really nicely here. Players are growing quite nicely as well, and as you can see by the league table, 12 games in, 7 wins, 5 draws, still the only undefeated side in Spain, and what a fantastic start to the season. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, it is much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.